I'm Bradley Barth, Senior Reporter with SC Media, here today with Joseph Carson, Cyber Strategist with Privileged Account Management Solution Provider Thycotic. In conjunction with the research and market intelligence firm Cybersecurity Ventures, Thycotic has issued a report that predicts that the number of computer and human passwords in use by 2020 will surpass 300 billion. Joseph, talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the report and what you see as the key takeaways.
Sure, absolutely. One of the main instigators behind the report was that for many years there's been different experts coming out and saying that the future of passwords are dead. So we wanted to really understand, is that an accurate statement or is that something that is true? And we've had numerous reports, goes back as 2004, recited again in 2011 by IBM and 2013 by Google. So we decided that let's really find out, is that something that is true? We are in the password business. We want to understand the future strategies going forward. So we went in, we started doing a study into the actual current state of passwords and understanding about what the uses of passwords are in the industry. And we came up with a finding that in 2016, we're probably at around 80 billion plus passwords in use around the globe today. I want to really see, is that something that's in decline? Is this something that's, is passwords really dead? And when we decided to look at a future growth of passwords, is it growing or is it declining? We actually found that passwords are accelerating astronomically. They're actually growing significantly and going from 80 billion currently in 2016 to approximately 300 billion by 2020.
And as you had just said, many people would have predicted the polar opposite, that passwords were going away. So what do you see as some of the circumstances that would be behind this meteoric rise in the number of passwords being used?
Sure. One of the factors that's really influenced in this acceleration of passwords is, of course, IoT, industrial internet. Many new devices coming online that come with default passwords and default accounts built into them. So IoT is definitely helping accelerate this significantly. Also more users who's using the internet, more users coming online in emerging markets in India, China, and Africa, and so forth. So they're also contributing to the growth of passwords. Another major contribution to password growth has been around social logins. A lot of people use social logins as a single sign-on or as a login to multiple accounts. And by doing that, we're seeing, of course, many services online providing the ability to use the social logins. But in the background, they're creating application passwords. And application passwords are actually significantly contributing to the growth and accelerating it significantly, where you may be only using one account to log into those, but in the background, the interaction and the communication is actually being used in those application passwords. So multiple factors: IoT acceleration, more people online on the internet, more people having multiple devices, and the contribution to social logins.
Now, according to your report, the average person will have to manage somewhere between, I believe it was 60 to 90 passwords by 2020.
Correct.
And so one of the warnings there is that that could result in even greater security fatigue, where users are engaging in not the most advisable behavior. I have too many things to remember. I'm going to use the same credentials, the same passwords over a bunch of different online services and sites. So what technologies, what services might be out there today or in the future that the average user can rely on to help them better protect their passwords? Where will we go with the future to combat that security fatigue?
So absolutely. Fatigue really starts even after 5 passwords. We get into fatigue. And a lot of reports commonly incite or report that approximately 50% of users globally are using the same password across multiple accounts. And that's contributing to having to have so many that it's really difficult to remember all of them. So therefore, it's easier to go to the simplification. But that significantly increases the risk. So to really reduce the fatigue and to help people automate, get more transparency, and get more security controls, it should be really advised to move forward to really start adopting password management solutions, to really get into understanding about the advantages that they provide, helping automate the rotation of passwords so you don't have to, and also de-risking your accounts across the sensitivity that the data that they have access to, and also then complementing that with multiple factor authentication.
Okay, very good. What role might biometrics, if any, have play in this?
Yeah, there's been always many of those who cited the passwords are dead. A lot of them came from the multi-factor or biometric industries. However, biometrics they'll never replace passwords. Let's be truthful about it. They will complement passwords. They do make it easier for us to remove the fatigue, so we can access devices more easier. However, the problem with biometrics is that when they're stolen or disclosed, you can't easily change them. You can change the password once somebody compromises it, but it's not really that you can't change your fingerprint. You can't change your retina or your face. You may be able to grow a beard or something else to try and add to it. However, you can't change biometrics. And they're also personal identifiable information. There becomes legal issues in many countries where passwords are not, they're not personal identifiable information. They are something you choose as a secret, but they're not related to the person's identity. And biometrics in some countries do cause a legal challenge as well. So biometrics will complement passwords as a multiple factor authentication, or to help at least when there's a trust established to provide easy access to systems. But they will never replace passwords for sure.
All right, well, thank you, Joe. Again, that's Joe Carson from Thycotic, who came all the way from Estonia, I might add. So thank you for coming all this way. I'm Bradley Barth. Until next time, have a safe day online.